Welcome to the Brown Estate at 1235 North Chestnut in Nevada, Missouri. My name's Amanda. Come along and take a tour with me. Weather permitting, the day of sale, we may have the garage door open, but if not, I'm going to go ahead and show you how we access the house from the front door. I do want to point out, for accessibility, we do have a few stairs to get into the house, and even if we navigate through the garage, we again have a few stairs to get into the house. So just keep that in mind for those of you that may need a more accessible option into the house. I do have stairs, but let's go inside. All right. When we first come inside here, you'll see the stairs. Guys, we have moved everything downstairs for this sale. So the upstairs will be roped off. We do not have anything up there for sale. I just kind of want to point out, we go straight down a hallway, which is where we'll start our tour here in just a minute. And then over to our right is our main living area, and this is where we have our shopping baskets and our checkout counter. But let's move through the hallway. We kind of come to another intersection here at the end of the hallway. This will lead us into the 2 bedrooms we're going to go tour, and then we'll come back out here in a minute and go into the kitchen. We're going to start in these 2 bedrooms. In this room, we have our 2 full-size beds. These were upstairs. I will have pictures of those on the website. We have them kind of broken down and cleaned off so they're easy to haul out if someone purchases them. And we do have a lot of blankets and Afghans and things like that on top of here. And then this is where the quilts that you saw pictured on the 2 beds are located in here. They are a commercial quilt, but there's 2 of those in here. In this room is where we have this beautiful dresser. It's real wood. I'll show you here. I don't know if I put on the Thompsonville. It's real wood. Very beautiful piece. Again, guys, I'm going to point out we do have wall art on the wall. All of those will be for sale. We did find a few coats and a couple of shirts in closets, so we went ahead and put those in here. Those will be available. I have a few pieces of luggage up top and a couple pairs of shoes. There's a vacuum cleaner in here. And again, I wanted to point out we do have wall art. All the things hanging are for sale. And then just tables full of all kinds of items. Floral arrangements, decor, everyday household. Did have a basket of cat toys. We do have a chair located in here. There's lots of teddy bears spread out throughout the house. Those are all for sale. Lamps are for sale as well too. We have some really pretty ones, floor lamps and a couple of table lamps in this one. I do have a toy box in here. Kind of had some cute stuff. It's got some game pieces. I think this had dominoes in it. Yeah, in the toy box. And let's navigate into the other bedroom. Again, all the wall art is for sale. In this room is where we have the sewing machine and the Eden Pure heater. And guys, if someone is interested in the sewing machine without the cabinet, we will gladly accommodate that, or you can purchase them together. Here's a beautiful little secretary or nightstand. A little writing desk. This is where the twin size bed is located. Again, we have some pillows, a bunch more teddy bears, and a few more blankets and Afghans located in here. We do have an ironing board. Here is our second vacuum cleaner. Under here, I do have a box with some curtains, and then this, I believe, is actually a bedspread, but those are located under here. And this bench, we may actually pull that out in this room so you can see it a little bit better on the day of sale. But a nice wooden bench, footstool, however you chose to use it. We do have several porcelain dolls in this sale. They're kind of mixed around, but I do have several of them in here. Our larger ones are located in a different sitting room. I'll point those out here in a little bit. We do have adorable little metal rooster, one of our mini gnomes. I do have a few records, some cassettes and CDs in here as well. And we have several pictures that we've taken off the wall and kind of spread out on tables, but there are still a lot of things hanging on the walls, guys. Again, those are all for sale. Well, let's navigate through here. I will point out that all of the little items here in the hallways and like that we walked by here, those are all for sale as well too. We do have a few rooms, guys, that we have roped off or shut off. Those are not open to the public. There's still a few things that stay with the house that are in there or items for family members. So we do ask that you respect and not open those doors. All right. Here's a table. I think for the most part, we have a lot of items up on tables in this one. I did have just a small box of some Rubbermaid containers down below, but for the most part, everything is going to be up on tables. Easy to shop. Little trays like this with trinkets, we can, sell them to you as a whole set, or you're more than welcome to just pick out an item that you would like to purchase. You do not have to get them all. That just kind of kept them from falling off the table, so that's kind of why we have those like that. Here is where our oil lamp is located. They had made a cute little quilted shade for it. So you can take it with it or you cannot, but I did want to point out that it's kind of tucked up under there. It's another one of our chickens. Here's where the chicken paper towel holder is. One of our mini apple pieces. This one is a cookie jar. Kind of goes with the canisters I'll show you here in just a minute. And this beautiful thing is actually an owl that hangs on your wall. He was really cute. All right, let me turn back around. So this is the hallway and the bedrooms where we came out of. And I do have a few items in the kitchen here. Guys, the family intends on selling the house once we get it out and they kind of get it cleaned through. So appliances are going to stay with the property. We do have a few, like a mixer and a food processor, items like that. We have some, I believe this is a waffle maker and a George Foreman, and then lots of dishes. We do have a small coffee pot on the counter, and then I did have, these are actual Tupperware bowls. We have a few extra lids in there, but those are kind of sitting there. And then we do have a few items in just a couple of cabinets. So this is a gorgeous china set. We have lots of glass and some crystal pieces. There is a set of dishes up here, or cups. If you are interested in those, we will gladly help you get them down. You don't have to try and reach those. We have boxes we can help put them in. This is a set of apple dishes. It was really pretty. There's some mugs and some cups to go with that as well. And then this is where our Christmas mugs are located. And again, I have more stemware and glass pieces up top. So if you need help getting those down, please don't hesitate to ask. We will gladly help. I guess I can point out real quick while we're right here. We do have a few like patio pieces out back here that will be for sale as well too. We're working on still getting some of that moved up a lot closer so it's easier to shop, but that will be, if you saw the website, you've seen pictures of those items. Here is where our apple canisters are. We'll sell those as a set. I do have a small toaster oven, a couple of cookbooks, a lot of glass and metal pans, casserole dishes, bread pans, things like that. A few really nice sheet pans, miscellaneous utensils and knives and things like that. Those will all be located here. Then I do have a few items on the counter. We do have some of our Corningware, some of our Pyrex. We did have an apple tea kettle as well. Here's another one of our little garden decors. He's a cute little skunk. I have several nice Oneida pots in here with lids. So those are all located in here. Again, guys, the lamps, the wall hangings, all of those will be for sale. And I guess I did have one item on the floor here too. I do have some placemats and a couple of tablecloths in a container down here. Let me back up. This is another one of our armchairs that we have. It's a really beautiful piece. And then this is kind of our dining area. We do have a table here in the middle too with a few items on it. These beautiful bookends, some floral arrangements, lots of little pieces. There's a box of candles. Again, guys, we could sell the whole box if you're interested, or if you just need a couple pieces out of there, don't hesitate. I did have another flatware. So this is our silver plated flatware set. And then over here on this table, we did have a stainless flatware set as well. Several crystal pieces in here throughout the tables. And then we did just have a few, that's not like a complete set, but we do have a little bit more flatware here as well. Let me back up here. We have two gorgeous armchairs here located by our china cabinet. We already have the china cabinet emptied out, so it's ready for its new home. And we're gonna go in here to the family room. So this room, we have moved a lot of our furniture pieces in. So it's kind of homey and comfortable in here. You'll be able to try out the furniture and get a feel for it. We do have some wall hangings throughout here. We have some side tables. So this room is not all furniture. There are a few curios and floral arrangements in here. And some beautiful birds. Lamp. This is our leather rocker recliner. This is where the sofa table is, guys. This is a really beautiful piece. It's got a glass insert. And then the built-ins have books and a few curios on them as well. And then on the fireplace mantle, this is one of our largest porcelain dolls. Another teddy bear, and then we do have another pretty good sized porcelain doll in here. And this is where the butter crock is hanging out, so in here on the fireplace. Another one of our chairs and this beautiful carved side table. It's gorgeous. Again, a few picture frames and curios. We have a few movie sets and series in here. So all of those are for sale. And then this is also where our sofa is located. This beautiful drop leaf coffee table was made by a company in Nashville, Tennessee. It's a beautiful cherry. And there's another little side table here. Some pieces over here. We have a couple of radios, another chair. We do have a desk. And then there are things on top of it. In this bag, I have filled it full of blank greeting cards, get well, things like that. So if you're a card writer, that's a fun bag. And then these were just some things we cleaned out of desk drawers. So again, we could sell you the whole flat, or you can just grab a couple of pieces that you are maybe in the market for. I do have a couple of TV trays I wanted to point out leaning on here. And then throughout the house, along doors, we have hung a lot of wreaths and holiday decor. Those are all going to be for sale as well too. We had one over here. So yeah, and like I said again, the wall art, that was the really pretty one with the puppy dog on the couch. So those are all for sale. So this is back in the dining room. Kitchen's off to our right. The living room. Let's go ahead and look through the living room real quick before we go out into the garage. I do have two of these really beautiful sofas located in here. This is where the corner curio is. I have it turned on. It does light up really pretty. I do have it emptied out, so again, it's ready for its new home. And then these tables are our shopping baskets. These are like shopping carts, so as you're shopping the house, you can come set items in them and they'll be secure until you're ready to check out. And then our checkout is going to be in this corner. So this is the door that we came in earlier and went straight down the hallway. And again, guys, here is this second sofa. They're identical. I do have two of them. I do have a few wall pieces here that will be for sale as well. I want to just kind of go ahead and point those out. There wasn't really a place to relocate them in the house. So those are going to be for sale. Even though they're behind our checkout, just give us a holler and if you're interested, we will make it to where you can purchase those. All right, I'm going to interrupt this tour for just a minute to share something fun that we're implementing on this weekend's estate sale. We are going to do a scavenger hunt. So we are going to hide this silver spoon somewhere inside the house, and we are going to hide this tool gauge, kind of tells you what size your bolt or nut might be. We're going to hide this item in the garage. And so the first person that finds these and brings them to the checkout will get $10 off of their purchase this weekend. So we're going to put them someplace you might not think to look for them, but they will not be hidden inside of, like behind a door that you're not supposed to go in, or underneath a piece of furniture or something like that. It's going to be pretty out in the open, but hopefully a little tricky to find. So we understand that people coming for tools may not be interested in household, and people coming for household may not want to start their day in the garage. So we're going to hide the spoon in the house and the tool gauge in the garage. And so like I said, the first person to bring these will get $10 off of their purchase at this weekend's estate sale. And we're only talking about that on this video. So if you didn't watch the video, you might kind of miss out. But if you find those and you're the lucky person, then bring it to the checkout and we will give you $10 off of your purchase this weekend. All right, back to the tour. And so guys, the checkout is also where you can come and get questions answered. If you have any throughout the sale, there'll be someone here that can assist you with that. Now we're going to go back out. There is kind of like a washroom, a mudroom in between the house and the garage. Again, guys, there are steps as far as accessibility goes. Let me get down here. This is where our dryer and our washer are located. Those will be for sale. We do have a few curios up here on a shelf. Those are all for sale. And then I do have a small basket with some cleaners and light bulbs and things like that. Those will be for sale as well. Again, all the items hanging on the wall are available. There is this gorgeous wooden bench that I don't think I had previously pictured anywhere. We have for sale. We do have a few golf clubs in here. I have a couple putters, drivers, and all of those, as well as a few bags. We do have another holiday wreath, some wall hangings in here. There's another little heater, lots of decor. This table is kind of varied. Behind us, I'll show you, is a lot more of our holiday and seasonal decor. Let me back up. I do have wooden bunny. I do have a blow mold that I don't know we had talked about it or not. The flower planner. Here is where the vintage high chair is. And all of these little shelves and carts and things, those are all for sale as well too. And then along this workbench, we have lots of holiday stuff. We do have a few things in the drawers kind of pulled out to the edge here. We do have some Easter and then mostly Christmas. So those items are here. Some really cute snowmen and a little tree. And then I do want to point out, I do have a few rugs on the floor here. I may even spread those out a little bit so you can see them a little better, but those will be for sale as well too. All right, let's navigate to the garage. And like I said, guys, weather permitting, we may have one of these doors rolled up to make it a little easier to get in on Saturday, but it just kind of depends on what the weather's doing for us. This is where we do have these patio chairs, and I do have a table that we don't have moved in here yet. So that's where those will be located. This wall has our shovels and rakes and brooms and things of that nature. So those are all spread out here. I do have, and unless I move them somewhere else, I do have a few birdhouses and baskets and wind chimes hanging right here in the garage. So watch your head. We're just gonna work our way around the outer wall and move our way around. So we're still working on cleaning some of this off for you guys and sorting some of the tools. I'll kind of show that as we go around. For the most part, all the tools and everything will be in the garage. And for the most part, things will be where I show them in the video. It might just look just a little bit different the day of sale. But this is our snap-on cabinet. So the bottom rolling piece is a snap-on, and we're working on cleaning this off just a little bit. And then we do have several pieces that are this Indianapolis Motor Speedway, which was a subsidiary of Snap-on. So we have several of those pieces as well too. And then we move into we've been sorting buckets and boxes and drawers full of tools and putting like items together. So if you're in the market for a certain kind of tool, it should be easier to find that way. If we had full sets of things as we're going through them, we're bagging them up and pricing them as a full set, but there will be lots of individual tools as well. We do have several extension cords, we have files, we have a whole bunch of like snap ring pliers, there's some electrical, things like that. We have a couple of sets of hole saw drill bits, some leather punches, fencing tools, things like that. Lots of pliers and slip joints like that. You're probably not going to want, 3 or 4 of those the same size. So we'll probably leave those individual, so that probably won't look any different. We did have like a bag full of electrical tools. We do have some tool bags, a leaf blower. Oh, I did want to point out up here, we do have some license plates. A little bit older. They're not like real vintage, but still kind of cool. Those can be hard to come across sometimes. In here is where our big Pepsi sign is located. That was a fun barn find. We do have like a lottery clock. I don't have the tool that goes in it, but this was a really nice metal Milwaukee toolbox, so we put it in here. And we're still going through some of the tools. We may make these a little easier to find. I have a big belt sander and a spindle sander under here. We do have several clamps, all different sizes. Again, these are some miscellaneous box. This one has a bunch of gauges and calipers in it. This one had some box knives, things like that. These were a lot of air tools. I have a lot of tire gauges and temp gauges, things like that. And then we do have a lot of corded tools. There's drills and sanders and routers and just kind of all kinds of things. I do have a couple of pneumatic brad nailers in here. Again, tool bags. This is one of our chop saws. We have some lawn chairs. This is one of the planer joiners. Table saw, the drill press, and again I have more of the cabinets over here. So this side box was the Indianapolis Speedway, and so was this top piece. And then we do have another side box, and then this is our Magco bottom one, and it's kind of up on risers, but it's another one of our tool cabinets. Here is our larger bench grinder. It's the 8-inch dual wheel. This is where our auger is located and our air compressor. Guys, we're gonna work on getting a video of that running for you guys to see. The problem is it is a 220 and it was hardwired, and we do not have 220 in this garage. It was in the other garage that we moved it from. So we're working on getting a video of that up and running for you so you can see that it works. It barely has any hours on it. It's a really nice air compressor. Here's our retractable wheel. We do have a couple of air hoses, some water hoses. Here's where our sprayer is. And this is the one with the 7-foot broadcast boom. And the boom doesn't look like it's ever been used. So that could be a nice one if you're getting ready for spring and spraying. Let me turn around. Here is one of our other grinders. It's kind of on a stand, and then we do also have a stand for like your planer or your chop saw or something like that. This is the new Craftsman. So it's brand new, never been used. It just, we don't have the original box. We do have all the paperwork. It's still got all the tags and stickers on it, but this is the Craftsman planer. Here is our central machine router table. It's got all kinds of adjustments and things on it. And then this is the older Craftsman saw and stand that come with it. They've built a lot of things on it. Let me see here if I can get to it. So this is the radial arm one. So I do have a creeper. Again, I have another chop saw underneath. And then this is what we're doing with the tools. And like I said, the other tables may look a little more like this once we've gone through them. So we've gone through and bagged up full sets of sockets and wrenches and put like brands together. You know, Craftsman has a lifetime warranty, so we made sure all the Craftsman are together. There's Snap-on together, there's Matco together, USA made together, things like that. So all these bags, we will have a few pieces that are individual, but for the most part, we've been trying to get them bagged up and ready, so when you guys come shop, they'll be easier to find. So that's kind of what we're working. So this one, again, is all your sockets and a lot of your wrenches. I do have some sets. We have some Matcos, things like that. I do have a few pieces underneath here as well. I think most of those buckets are kind of empty, but we do have a dovetail jig. My bags, we're still bagging. This was a saw blade sharpener. And then I do have a case with lots of router bits in it. This puller, I think, is actually in here. So that's in here. I do have a survey level. But yeah, I do have a couple of things. I did have a cast iron pot we found for like your garden or something. It was really nice. And we do have a bucket of fishing reels that we need to go through. As we go through those, we may put those up on a table as well. So I will have a few fishing reels. We just don't have them all gone through just yet. All right, guys, that concludes our tour. I hope that gives you an idea of where things are located at in the house and on the property. Just a reminder, this is only a one-day sale. We will be here Saturday, November 9th. We'll open at 9 a.m. and everything will be full price in the morning. We will switch to discounted pricing after 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll be here until 5 o'clock to help you get your items loaded and purchased, and we can't wait to see you.